Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is some great, delicious content. Uh, I would say call me the doctor of content, the doctor of dividend investing. No, I'm just playing. But what brings you here today is that I'm going to speak on how to invest in a recession in 2023 to survive and to gain wealth. So all I was going to say, sorry, first is that really a couple questions. Are we in a recession? Uh, what is a recession? And how do you know that we are in a recession? And most importantly, what do you do and how can you take steps to gain wealth and not be poor and not struggle in 2023 and going forward? We're going to answer all those questions because I know everybody's freaking out, grabbing their hair like, "Oh my God, what are we in a recession? Oh my God, is anything bad going on in the United States? Are we going to make it?" Don't worry about it. Just calm down. Everything is really fine. Go through a couple articles. I'm going to go through several investments that I recommend for you to invest into on your journey while you combat this recession and lay low to survive. So let's go forward. In this article, are we in a recession? So the economy sputtered in 2022, but it's been very resilient. So I know the question is, how do you know if you're in a recession or not? They detect that, well, in order to know that you are in a recession, basically you have to have 2 quarters of negative GDP. But technically, as they stated, for the third quarter, we was in a negative GDP, but in the fourth quarter, we uh, we wasn't in the negative, but then it shot back up a little bit. So that's why everybody is a little confused. We watch CNN and all of those analysts, and they go back and forth. We're in a recession. No, we're not in a recession. We're in a recession. So but as you've also been paying attention to the Fed have been increasing the interest rate. So I know right now the interest rate is over 4%. The CPI data and the PPI data is actually has been going down. The last I checked, the CPI data is at 6.5, which is good because it was like 7.11%, and so it shows that the economy is slowing down due to the interest rates increasing, but also at the same time, uh, a lot of companies like tech companies and big companies have been doing a lot of layoffs. So if you have been laid off, I apologize. I'm sorry. Keep your head up. I know it's a tough time. I usually next question is how long does a recession last? And normally, historically, uh, from my research, a recession lasts could be up to 2 months or to maybe a year or two, but the average is about 6 to 8 months. So as we went over what is a recession, uh, let's talk about a couple steps to help you in this traumatizing state. The economy is not as strong as it was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. People are getting laid off. Uh, Eggs, gasoline, a drink at the bar, at the club, everything is going up. So, what can you do to help you at times of recession when people are getting laid off, when gas is high, food is high, and you just don't know what to do and you're stressed out? Let me give you a couple tips. Tip: keep your emotions in check, and it's really big. Step one: stick with a long term plan. What I've been recommending on my page is not only just investing. This is the best time to invest because everything is low, whether it's Bitcoin, a broad market ETF, VU or VTI, uh, or even just in dividends and investing, where you're just buying dividend stocks and using those as supplementary income to your paychecks because the dividend stocks pays some pay on a monthly basis like realty income, or on a quarterly basis like Pepsi, Coca Cola, where it pays you quarterly, and those dividends can help you pay bills. Two is have an emergency fund. Start out with $1,000 emergency fund, then build up from there. The emergency fund really helps when course, when you have an emergency, where I'm a day-to-day person, and normally uh, different type of I would say emergency that I deal with is a nail in my tire. Like a week and a half ago, I had 3 nails in both my front tires, and I had to drop, I want to say, $400 for some new tires. If I didn't save it in my emergency fund, that would have been very stressful. Don't time the market right now. I mean, the market, as you look, some days is going to go up. Some days it has been going down. Yesterday it was a red day, and so they say on the red days it's the best day to buy stocks, ETFs, or hard assets. And just know that uh, the stock market goes up on a probability basis of 10 years. It goes up roughly 6 to about 8 years, and typically in that 10-year frame, 2 years is normally down. So just know that there's it's not going to be down forever. We tend to have more bull markets than bear markets. Right? We're in a bear market right now due to the recession. But just know, keep optimistic, keep chugging away, keep deciding if you can afford to manage to put away $100, $200, $250, $300, whatever you can manage per month or per check. Just stick with that game plan, whether it's in ETFs, index funds, or dividend stocks. Keep chugging away. And lastly, it says get a smart advisor. But if you believe in yourself and you have a solid long term plan, stick with it. Now, we talked about the different steps that you can take to help you mentally deal with a recession. Now, let's talk about the things that you can invest in to help you fight the recession, to survive, and to stand a living chance. Here are the industries typically in the S&P 500 which you can invest into. So the industries that do well in a recession are healthcare, because people are always going to have to go to a doctor, get medicine, and consumer staples. Consumer staples are basically you're going to have to go get these regardless, whether the market, the economy is doing good and doing bad. Examples of consumer staples are Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Kroger, uh, like grocery stores, tobacco, and sometimes I like to add McDonald's. McDonald's is not a consumer staple; it's more of a consumer discretionary. But there's a McDonald's on every corner. So at times of bad, people go to the dollar menu and go to McDonald's, and they go to Walmart and they try to find ways to uh, spend less money but get more bang for your buck. And another one which it doesn't show up here is utilities. Utilities, electric companies, water companies. You're gonna have to pay your water bill and your electric bill regardless, and those companies tend to do well in a recession. So again, healthcare companies, consumer staples, companies where you have to eat, you have to drink, go to the grocery store, uh, tobacco, etc. Those are consumer staples because you're going to consume them regardless. You have to buy toilet tissue and things to clean up your house regardless, and utilities because you're going to have to heat up your house and deal with functioning drinking water uh, regardless. So those are the different companies to invest into. And then in the next screen, it's going to show you a chart. So here's the chart explaining on this is going from 1990 to 2007 to show you that in all of the time periods of a recession, what are the different assets that typically do well in the recession. So as you see right here, in these different years, 1990 is blue, 2000 is orange, and 2007 is gray. And as you going from left to right, you see the S&P 500, the 500 biggest companies in the world. In 1990, it was up, but then in 2000, 2007, it was down 19% and 41%. But here, look, in 2000, 2007 for utilities, it was up in 1990, and it was up in 2000. It was down 33%, but compared to the S&P 500, I mean, I'll take down negative 33 to negative 41. Healthcare, you see, your best bet because you're gonna have to go to the doctor regardless. People need to get their medicine for their blood pressure. People need to get their medicine for all types of things. And then as you see consumer staples, you're gonna have to buy toilet tissue, toothpaste, food. Go to the grocery store. People drink their Coca Colas and their Pepsi and buy their Frito Lays. So you're going to have to buy your consumer staples regardless because you use these to live on, and then everything else is just relative. So I just wanted to show you this graph to show you the different assets that you can invest into to survive a recession and to make money and get rich. Let's get rich, baby. Let's get rich. So, yeah. Next, I'm going to show you guys the different stocks because you know I'm infamous for putting you on. Your boy is going to put you on. Call me your wingman. And I'm your wingman because in my videos, not only do I give you the recipes to how to show you how to invest and show you where to go, but I'm going to also give you suggestions of stocks that's affordable that you probably haven't thought about but can help you because I'm your wingman. So first stock, Coca-Cola. Everyone is very familiar with Coca-Cola. We drink it. It's my favorite. My actual favorite consumer staple stock is actually Pepsi. But compared to depending on your budget, Pepsi's is around $181. The next runner-up is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is $61, and you can purchase this. It increases dividend roughly 3 to about 5%, which is perfect for uh, anybody that's want to ride out a market because right now inflation is high right now. But as I told you about the CPI data, it's been increasing. So the Fed is trying to increase interest rates to get inflation down to a manageable. Let's say they say 3%. So let's see what they do, and this increases their dividend by roughly 3.5%. Perfect for anybody that wants to fight against inflation and put something in their retirement portfolio. The next stock, the consumer staple, is Kroger, which is $45. People are going to have to go to the grocery store to eat. You're going to have to eat. You can't just not eat. You can't just eat fast food altogether. It increases its dividend last year by 24%. It's $45 per share. You can easily put in $100 per month and build up your position at Kroger. Cisco delivers food to all the restaurants. When you see those Cisco trucks, they deliver their food to restaurants, stadiums, etc. This stock costs $79.86. Grows its dividend roughly 4 to 5%. And then these next couple are going to be utilities, which are extremely affordable. This one right here costs $40.66 with a 3.54% dividend yield. UGI, I recommend it. A Vista, which is another utility, at 4.11%, costs $42.84. I recommend this. And then the next three stocks I'm going to go over is CVS. Everybody knows CVS. It's the competitor of what? If you ain't gonna tell me, then it's the competitor of Walgreens. This one costs $90.02. Merck is a pharmaceutical company. It costs $111.42. So it's a little bit high. And if you want another pharmaceutical that's more affordable, BMY, Bristol Myers Squibb, $72.03. And then lastly, I'm going to go over the stocks that I'm going to invest into to fight this recession in 2023 and how I'm going to make my wealth and hopefully with this I can give you a even more greater perspective of how to tackle a recession. I'm going to be spending over $10,000 for 2023, and some stocks that I plan on buying is Best Buy, Broadcom, Union Pacific, which is a railroad, McDonald's, Amgen, which is like a pharmaceutical biotech company, Microsoft. Everyone all know about Microsoft. Air Products, UPS, the UPS trucks. So you have to deliver packages regardless. Morgan Stanley, Starbucks. I'm investing over $2,000 in Starbucks this year because I love Starbucks. I love to see other people drink Starbucks because it makes me money. It makes me rich. Buy those $6 uh, venti and frappies and tall grande, all that. Don't even know the verbiage, but buy that because it pays me the dividend and I love it. And then lastly, Enbridge and Accenture. And this is how I'm going to invest my money to fight against this recession and ultimately make wealth while the market is down. So hopefully you learned a lot regarding this video. Like and subscribe to my channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to produce some more content. Choose this video if you want to learn more about investing. I'm going to create another video later on today. And then also press the button to like and subscribe, or you can press that button and then, hey, come look at more content with the Dividend Wingman. All right.